overview of The Color of Money. I'm reading from online. Color of Money, Black Banks and Racial Wealth is a book by Mehrsa Baradaran. Explores the history and persistence of the racial wealth gap in America through generators of wealth in the black community, black banks. It challenges the myth that black banking and community self-help can end the cycle of poverty and promote black wealth. It reveals how racism, segregation, and credit policies created an economic trap for black communities and their banks. I'm now looking on Harvard University Press. Here's the book. The Color of Money. When the Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1863, the black community owned less than 1% of the United States' total wealth. More than 150 years later, that number has barely budged. Color of Money pursues the persistence of this racial wealth gap by focusing on the generators of wealth in the black community, black banks. Studying these institutions over time, Mehrsa Baradaran challenges the myth that black communities could ever accumulate wealth in a segregated economy. Instead, housing segregation, racism, and Jim Crow credit policies created an inescapable but hard to detect economic trap for black communities and their banks. The catch-22 of black banking is that the very institutions need to help communities escape the deep poverty caused by discrimination and segregation, inevitably become victims of the same poverty. Not only could black banks not control the black dollar due to the dynamics of bank depositing and leading, but they drained black capital into white banks, leaving the black community with the scraps. Baradaran challenges the long-standing notion that the black banking and community self-help is the solution to the racial wealth gap. These initiatives are functions of potential political decoy to avoid more fundamental reforms and racial redress. Examining the fruits of past policies and the operations of banking in a segregated economy, she makes clear that only bolder, more realistic views of banking relation to black communities will end the cycle of poverty and promote black wealth.